Hello distinction students, this is your tutor Miss Zulu. Welcome to today's conversation where we're going to do a continuation on the topic banking. So today we're specifically looking at the types of bank accounts. But before I get into that, remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel for more sessions. So we'll start with this type of account, which is a current account. So what is a current account? A current account is a type of account that can be used every day for transactions. Okay, so a current account is used by individuals and organizations that wish to safekeep money but would also like to withdraw some money at any time. Okay, so you keep your money for safekeeping, but you can withdraw it at any time you want to make use of it. Okay, it uses checks for withdrawing cash from the bank and also making payments, hence calling it a check account. There is minimal amount required to maintain a current account. It is the only bank account that allows overdrafts. No interest is paid on deposits because money is withdrawn at any time, and therefore the bank account, you have no interest that you have to pay, and you can withdraw your money at any time that you want to use your money. So let us look at the advantages of this current account. The customer is able to make payments by check and keeps used checks as receipts of payments. Okay, so you are able to use a check for your payments. You know, mostly if you are dealing with huge sum of monies, it's better you use a check for these transactions. Okay, money can be withdrawn at any time, meaning anytime that you need to use your money, you can withdraw that money. A customer is allowed overdrafts when faced a temporary financial problem. So when you have a problem, you can do an overdraft using this current account. Okay, so the customer is able to receive financial advice on business investments. In case you want to invest in a certain business and you go to the bank, if you have this account, you are advised on what to do. The customer is able to get loans. So when you have this current account, you are able to get a loan. No minimum balance required to maintain the account. Okay, let us look at our second type of bank account, which is a savings account. So when you talk about a savings account, this is an account where you deposit and you can save money for future use. Okay, so when you talk about this savings account, it is an account that is used by people who would wish to save fairly small amounts of money. Okay, so when you want to save money for future use, you can open this savings account for you to be depositing money for the future use. Okay, a minimum balance is required to maintain this account. So you need just a minimum balance or amount for you to maintain this specific savings account. Then interest is paid on the savings. Okay, so this savings account have interest. Let us look at the advantages of a savings account. Interest is paid on savings account deposits, meaning the more you invest, the more you save this money, the more you get your interest. Okay, safe keeps customers' money, so your money is safely kept in this savings account. Able to obtain foreign exchange, so you can have a foreign exchange using this account. Able to receive financial advice on investment, so also this account will allow you to get advices from the bank. Okay, let us look at this third type of a banking account, which is called a fixed deposit account. So when you talk about this fixed deposit account, this is a type of bank account where you can deposit a specific amount of money, okay, at a fixed period of time. All right, so a deposit account is used by the bank customers who wish to safekeep large amounts of money. Okay, so when you want to safekeep large amounts of money, you can open this deposit fixed deposit account. Okay, so money can only be withdrawn from a deposit account after an agreed fixed period. So you do this in according to a specific period of time. So when you reach that specific time that you said, or that specific period of time, that's when you can withdraw your money. Okay, so early withdrawals are not allowed, as the customer is charged interest if the money is withdrawn before the agreed time. So capital and interest is repaid in full maturity. There is minimum investment capital required for one to open this fixed deposit account. Overdraft facilities are not allowed on this fixed deposit account. Okay, so let us look at the advantages of a fixed deposit account. A higher rate of interest is paid on deposits. Safe keeps customers' money, so meaning your money is safe in this particular account. You can receive financial advice on investments of any type of business that you want using this account. So this fixed deposit account has no fee charged for operating this account. There is no fee that is charged. Then capital and interest is repaid in full maturity. Okay, so the other one that I added on, which most people don't add on, but I decided to add it on, is investment account. So this particular investment account, this is a type of an account held at a financial institution for the purpose of a long-term investment for capital preservation and growth for fixed income. Okay, so that is the purpose of the investment account. So investment accounts are those which earn higher rates of return than the normal bank accounts. Okay. All right, so now let us discuss the documents that are used in a bank. Okay, so we have a bank statement. So when you talk about a bank statement, this is a record of all the transactions that have been going through the bank account. So if you have a bank account, everyone that has a bank account, every person, every individual that has a bank account, they keep a bank record where they have information of all the details, your transactions, your deposits, your savings, your withdrawals, everything is kept in that statement. And most of the banks would send you the statements every after 6 months. Some banks will send that statement after a year, or whatever time you request for the statement, you can see your statement. Okay. We also have pay-in slip or deposit slip. So when you talk about this deposit slip or the pay-in slip, this is a form that is available in banks and it is used in depositing money. So most of the times if you want to deposit money, there are slips that are given for you to fill in, okay? We have the withdrawal slip. So when you talk about this slip, this is a document that is used to withdraw money from a savings or a deposit account, okay? Let us look at checks. Okay, so a check is a written order by a current account holder to a bank to pay a specified amount of money to a person named on the check. Okay, so there are 3 parties to a check. Okay, there is the payee, the drawee, and the drawer. Okay, so there are 2 types of checks, namely order check and bearer check. So a check can either be open check or a crossed check. All right, let's go in details. When we talk about the 3 parties that are involved in a check, when you talk about the drawer, this is a person who writes and signs a check. When you talk about the drawee, this is a bank that ordered the pay of or to pay the money. Okay. Then when you talk about the payee, this is the person or firm to be paid to. It could be a person, a company, a business, or an organization that you are supposed to pay to. Okay, so we have some requirements that are needed to have this check as a valid, for this check to be called a valid check. So this check needs to have a correct check. For this check to be called valid, it has to have a payee's name clearly written on the check, the amount in words. So this amount in words should be the same as the amount in what? In figures. Okay, the drawer's signature, the check must always be written in ink. Okay, so let us look at the types of checks. So the first type of check that we're going to look at is the bearer check. So this is a check that is payable to any person presenting it at the bank, regardless of the name written on it. So for this check, it doesn't matter. Any person can present it to the bank. It doesn't specifically have to be the person that wrote the check. Okay. So the second type we're going to look at is the order check. So the order check is a check that is payable to a person named on the check or to another person to whom the payee orders the bank to pay money. Okay, so the third one is the open check. So when you talk about the open check, this is the check that has no parallel lines drawn across the face of on the paper of that check. There are no parallel lines that are drawn there. Okay, so when you talk about a crossed check, this is a check that has 2 parallel lines drawn across the face with or without words in between those crosses that are written in parallel on the check. Okay, so when you talk about this cross check, it has two types under it. We have the general crossing. So when you talk about this general crossing, this is a check which has two parallel lines that are drawn on that face of the check. Okay, and then when you talk about this general crossing, it has no name on the between those parallel lines. It has no name of the bank in between it. Also, it can be deposited at any bank where the payee happens to have a bank account. Okay, so when you talk about a special crossing, so a special crossing has two parallel lines drawn across its face with the name of the bank. So the difference is, with the general crossing, it has no name of the bank. You can take it to any bank where that payee has an account, while with the special crossing, it has the name of a specific bank that is written across those parallel lines. So for this one, you must be paid into the bank account at the branch of the names between the so for this one, when you talk about the special crossing, the bank that has been written on those crossed lines is the one you're going to pay to. Okay, so when I talk about other examples here of this special crossing, I'll talk about a dishonored check. So a dishonored check is a check that is refused payment by the bank. Okay, so one of the reasons why this specific check is denied is because it could be you have no money in the account, or it could be you made a mistake when writing your amount in figures. It's different from the amount in words, so that would cause this check to be refused by the bank. Okay, also, if the signature of the drawers, if the signature for the drawer is different from the spaceman signature, meaning that check would be refused payment by the bank. Okay, let us look at the advantages of a check. So checks are safer than cash. Checks can be made at any amount. So the first one is, the other one that we look at is convenience. When we talk about convenience, this is an advantage because it provides convenient way to making payments that needs to be carried in huge sums. So if you have a huge sum of money and you don't want to carry it, you can write. You don't carry it around, you can write a check for that huge sum of money. So it's convenient in that way. That's an advantage. The other one is security. So it's secure. It's a secure method because the payment can be made to a specific person or organization. It reduces the risks of people stealing your money, you carrying it around. Instead, you write a check. So that's security. And the other one is proof of payment. So this serves as a proof of payment. It allows the payer and the payee to keep record of the transaction. Okay, so flexibility. When I talk about flexibility, it can be used in various types of transactions. You can use it for paying bills like rentals, for businesses. Okay, then the other one is tracking and record keeping. So when I talk about tracking and record keeping, it provides a paper trail that can be easily tracked and recorded. So it makes the management of personal business finances easy. Okay, so thank you for watching my video. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel for more sessions.